All right, thank you very, very much, Tony. Okay, now, before we go into Razor, who's just arrived and is frantically getting his presentation ready, I thought I'd get our tame shoutcaster up today to help me give some random stuff away to you guys. So, Z, do you want to come on up?
Oh, is this on?
You're live.
Is it on now?
Yeah.
Yep, you can hear me?
See, you think they're cheering for you. They're
Are they cheering for me? Or
they're
they cheering for the prizes?
Yeah.
I can't tell, honestly. All right.
Okay.
My people, who actually remembers me from last year? Only this side of the room. What back room? What's going on? This side, nothing. No prizes for you. Nothing. I want some cheering. Come on. Back corner. Alive. Come on. Come on. Come on. I know it's only 11 a.m., but please wake up. Otherwise, I'm just going to stand here and be like, yep. There's no prizes to give away today because you guys are asleep.
Yeah, we'll take all these home ourselves.
We'll take the... I could use more SSDs.
But no, wait. We do have prizes to give away, though. And I thought what we might do is, because you guys got excited about Battlefield 3 earlier, and I know it's one of my favorite games, and I think it's a really good... very indicative of how much more powerful the PC platform is than the console platform. Because BF3 just looks so much better on PC, doesn't it?
Yeah, it
so,
does.
all you guys who play BF3, stand up.
Come on, stand up. You like Battlefield 3, like running around,
That's it, cool. We'll call that a cut-off. Don't just stand
MG36?
up if you think you're going to get prizes. Now,
right.
here's the first thing. We're going to ask you to sit down. We're going to whittle through you guys.
Yeah, because we want to find the best.
So here's the first thing we're going to say. We'd like you to sit down if you play Recon a lot, because no one likes a sniper.
And no lying, guys.
Yeah, come on, be honest.
I'll know the lies when I see him because you look like Recon players. You know, you can have a Recon player. He's very shaggy. He's got the beard. He doesn't dress well. You know why? Because he's camping all the time.
Absolutely, it's discrimination. That's how we're going to get people to win. Seriously, none of you guys snipe?
Oh, really?
None of you snipe.
All right, we got 95% liars here.
All right.
Dead set.
Let's work through it. Let's work through it.
All you bloody...
Because you're going to have to sit down eventually, aren't you?
95 users.
All right. What class next? What do we think is the most important class? We'll leave that to last.
Get rid of assault.
Cool.
If you're an assault player, no lying, guys. I love engineer.
I think we had a lot of lies.
You know why?
man.
Sit down engineers. I hate engineers. Getting smored and RPG'd in corridors, man. Close quarters. Oh, close quarters. How about some shotguns? Spaz 12. Now having an RPG to the face. Sit down engineers. All right, so support's left.
Support's left. All you guys play support. That is your main class.
You got some ammo over here? Yeah? Can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah.
All right, let's go through some firearms, some good support weapons.
Now, all right, if you use an AS Val, sit the hell down if you're support. Because no one likes a support running around with PDW, man. No one likes that.
So none of you use submachine guns? You all stick with support weapons?
Yeah?
Damn, these guys are good.
I like these guys.
Yeah.
This side of the room, fail. Fail. I love the dreadlocks though, man. Love them. All right, so... And the girl in the back as well. Fantastic. All right, so you guys play support. You like throwing the ammo boxes. You like using your big-ass machine guns. Put the American accent on there for you.
Okay, who uses an M249?
I'm talking about true love with machine guns.
M249, sit down.
I hate that gun.
Actually, I really love that gun, but, you know, I figured it'd be going to start. Oh.
What's next?
What's next? What's next?
If you're a C4 user and you like the jihad, stand up.
Oh,
Keep
yeah, who
standing up.
C4's Jeeps?
Keep standing up.
Sit
I like
down.
you.
I hate that shit.
Oh.
No.
I can't do anything. He's in control.
Yep, sorry. Sit down. Sit
You
down.
know what? He's got claymores all around me. You can't see the claymores, but there are claymores.
Sit down. Sit down. Claymores are cool. I love claymores.
Sit down if you use claymore.
There's nothing like a good claymore winner. So we need to really... All right. Premium players.
Premium.
Who's premium? Hands up.
Don't lie.
Yeah, don't lie. Sit down because
out.
you guys get in ahead of people. Sit down.
Do I have to sit down? I use premium.
Yeah, you're sitting down as well now, man. Yes, look, I'm premium as well.
We're all sellouts.
All right, next cut down.
If you use a machine gun with over, or I should say under 100 bullets standard, sit down. So you use an MG36. You use the...
It's a very attractive looking weapon, but it is, annoying.
The AK variant. You use the bloody...
Who uses the AK variant? The
M12
the start one?
Oh, then sit down.
You could have been answering yes to all of them if you were paying attention. All right,
I don't know where we're going with these questions
either. If you do not know what
either.
weapon you actually use, sit down.
Yeah, seriously. If you can't name the guns, we're going to try and
Thank you for that. That was good. Yeah.
All right, so what's next?
What's next?
I don't know where you are. There you are.
Yeah, here I am. Okay.
That's assault. That's not support. Sit
You
down.
can actually use the grenade
Deal
launcher
breaker.
as a secondary weapon. So who does use the secondary grenade launcher?
You can't use the support.
can't use it?
Only
Only
sit
assault?
down, David.
Oh, God.
Sit
yeah, all
down,
right,
son.
Fine.
Oh, what a
right.
Battlefield player. Honestly, I'm taking over this. All right, so what are we trying to give away here? First off, we should actually say that.
Okay.
Because you guys love prizes, don't you? What is with this side of the room? All right, this side of the room, we're going to distribute you through the crowd because, like, asleep. Mega asleep. Except for you. All right, so what we got?
All right,
oh,
so we're going to start with...
Cooler Master stuff.
You know what this stuff is? Yeah.
All right, so this little thing is this... all of that.
And I'm going to throw
this
this in
thing.
general groupings of people who are still standing up. You
It's a
cannot catch
punching
this if
bag.
you're sitting down.
We're just throwing them out. It's people who are standing, too. So David's going through. None to the sleepers.
Did you look like you're sitting down there, man. And so are you. Huh.
He's going nuts with the prizes. David.
Now, are you guys just
distribute those
standing up
prizes.
because there's no chairs? Oh, what the hell.
Yeah, I have no idea where that entire series of questions went.
No,
but
there's
apparently
a
we're just
good
giving out prizes
concentration
now.
here.
What else?
What else? No, I think we're good now.
I think that's it for now. Later in the day, maybe. Oh, wait, we got more?
No.
2 more.
I'm sorry.
More
it's,
stuff.
It's the ears.
Give it to that guy with the laptop. With the laptop, David. David, turn around. Ah! I'm getting you something later.
We're good now.
All right, so is that it for now?
That's it.
All right, so coming up next, we have Razor.
Is Razor good?
Razor, get out here. They're going to talk
Razor.
about peripherals. They're going to talk about stuff. You got the beanie of Razor. I like that. Here he is. Look at him.
out
Look
there,
at
man.
this guy. Give a cheer for Bench.
Say hi, guys.
Now, a fun fact about Bench, we actually used to shoutcast together. And this is my man.
I never shoutcasted
Okay, never
before.
mind. We used to
host a radio show
We
together.
had a radio show together.
Do you remember the first time we met?
Yes.
It was the most random thing ever. I think it was on like a Friday night or a
It was.
Saturday night, and it was like raining, and you rocked up over it.
We had
I
pizza.
live over in Werribee and Hoppers Crossing, West Sides. And it was like, okay, the first time we've ever met, and we're just standing there just going,
Yep. Bench, I like your beanie.
do we shake hands? Do we
I haven't seen this guy in 2 years, so I'm very happy to see him.
It's been a while.
Anyway, I'm
been a
going to leave you in
while.
the hands of Michael Bench, and he's going to talk about Razor. He's from Sequential Gaming. Again, give it up for Bench, boy.
Hey!
Come on. I want to see more. My
cheers.
entire
This is
goal
cool.
is to get this side of the room alive.
But
Bench,
gave
take
me
it
this
over,
little
buddy.
remote. It's Logitech, so no, I have no idea. I don't know. It's Logitech. All right. Yeah, my name is Bench, as you can see on the screen, and I did this presentation at like 11 o'clock last night because someone thought it was a brilliant idea to, instead of Razer presenting, to have one of the professional gamers present, and because none of the professional gamers were around, they just got me, one of the managers. I do graphics. Yeah, I don't talk in front of people. But yeah, so that's me. A little bit about myself. I'm a visual effects artist for a group called Media Saints, founded by Michael Woods. I don't know if any of you know Michael Woods, presents here all the time. We've been working on some really, really cool stuff. But yeah, I shoot videos, I shoot all kinds of things, and I work in web, graphics, you name it, I've probably dabbled in it in some way, shape, or form. But the real reason I'm here is because I'm here for Sequential Gaming. Sequential Gaming. I don't know if many people know about Sequential Gaming. We've been around since 2007, and yeah, it's been a pretty wild ride. We've got to go overseas, represent Australia at many different things, as well as compete here nationally. In fact, we've had players playing in the Gigabyte esports competitions that have been happening over the weekend, as well as we've been at ACL. So, yeah, we're a professional gaming organisation. But I want to talk about where I started, because when I started gaming, I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what I was getting myself into, and I had no idea where it would lead me to go. So where I started was just with a bunch of mates in Year 12, so in 2007, and I had never tried multiplayer gaming before. This was when I was on dial-up and I had no idea what I was doing. And they're like, hey, dude, bring a computer around. We're going to play some games. What? What do you mean? So we got all of our computers together, carting around. You can see CRT monitors everywhere. Oh, it was terrible. Who remembers the days of CRT monitors? Just, yeah, it was... Fortunately, you do it locally in your area. If you need to go on the train all the way into Melbourne to compete and you need to take all that stuff along with you, your big box and stuff, oh, it's terrible. But a lot of fun once you're there until you realize, oh no, I got to take it all back again. So we started off there at it, yeah, and then you got a car and it's like super sweet, I have a car. But no, we had bikes and it was terrible. What it became. So I'm playing, I'm like, yeah, this is cool. And then in Year 12, in March, I discovered Battlefield 2142. I'm like, oh, this is a game that I can play multiplayer online and play with other people. I don't need to play with my little LAN guys. I can play with other people all over Australia. And so I started that. And what I quickly realized was study wasn't fun. And gaming was. And so I quickly realized, okay, night after night, okay, I don't want to study, I want to play games. And fortunately, I was doing subjects I was skilled at, so I didn't have to worry about, all right, too much study. And night after night after night, I would play Battlefield. And I played it, and I played good. And so I was then asked to join a team. And we had the aptly named title of We Will Own You. Because when you're going to name yourself as a competitive team, you want to make it clear what your mission statement is. So we'll just put it in the title. So we were called WOI, because we will own you all the time gets a bit hard and no one really understands what's going on. And we started playing competitively. So I was playing competitive Battlefield 2142 in the Game Arena ladder, and I met some really cool people online in the community. And then we got shoutcasted by the group which I met Jinx through. And I'm like, okay, we're being shoutcasted. I've never heard of shoutcasting before. What the hell is that? And so I go look them up. Okay, this is cool. I like what they're doing. I want to be a part of it. So I joined to do their video stuff. And over the next 5 years, did nothing with the video stuff because didn't launch. So I ended up doing graphics for them. And then they're like, who wants to review games? Who would like to get asked that question? Because I got asked and I'm like, sure, I'd like to get free games and play them and write about them and get more free games. I don't want to pay for stuff. I'm not really working. I want games for free. It's awesome. And so I got these games and started reviewing them. We did all the different COD titles. We did a whole heap of Sony titles. It was awesome. And then we got to August, and at this point I was doing a gap year because I'm like, this is pretty sweet. I like games. I don't particularly want to go on and study more. It'll just get in the way of my gaming. And tried to justify it by, no, I want to work. Work. By playing games. I like the idea. So someone gets a bright idea of, hey, you're reviewing games. Why not come along to the Call of Duty World at War pre-launch event? This was in September of 2008. And so I'm like, yeah, all right, that sounds cool. So we drive off to Swinburne one night, and it was the first time meeting people I had met online and hadn't met before. And so I met some awesome guys. I met the guys from XL5, and a whole heap of Fries up the back just waving at me. It was the first time I met Fries, and straight away it felt like we'd known each other for years. It was the greatest thing ever. And that was a crazy night. And then a week later, we had the eGames Expo. Who remembers the eGames Expo? I love the eGames Expo. It was so much fun. And we went there and I shot film and stuff. And that's us up there interviewing EA about some of their new FIFA titles. And oddly enough, between that one and the Call of Duty World at War, we had 2 gaming events in 2 weeks and 2 false fire alarms. And everybody had to go out, both times. First time at Swinburne, second time at the Melbourne Exhibition Centre, which you can imagine is a lot of people trying to get out of a building at once and then wanting to go back and grab all the freebies at every single stall. So there's a dawdle out and run back in. So that's how it happened for me, and that was the first time that I met Michael Woods. 9 months later, I get the brilliant idea of, all right, well, I'm studying film and television. I want to do stuff relating to gaming because I was still passionate about gaming. What do I do? So I called up my friend Michael Woods. He said, yeah, man, we're doing stuff. Come on down. And we did Big League. And it was cool. And we did big lands. We gave away a heap of money. And it was this crazy ride. And I joined Sequential Gaming, and it's been a crazy ride ever since. Where it fell apart. I trusted people I met online a little too much. And I invested money into stuff that they were doing, and then they disappeared. And I now out of pocket a lot of money. Great. I'm a person who's not earning enough money. I've lost now money. What am I going to do? And then, the problem with running a big esports organization where you have several teams which come and join your organization is then someone comes along and says, what I have over here is a lot more shiny. Come play for us, and we'll give you that. And so we kept losing teams, which meant we kept losing sponsors. And so it's hard to then get other teams on to justify other sponsors coming on, because what do? It's a catch-22. You need the teams to bring in the sponsors. You need the sponsors to bring in the teams. So we were kind of in a rut, and we didn't know what to do. How it got better. We had some good guys that we were friends with from Battlefield come along and say, hey, we want to help run the day-to-day stuff of Sequential Gaming. And we're like, sure, we don't have enough time. So come along and join us, and you can run the day-to-day stuff and recruit teams and stuff. And it started taking off ridiculously. And I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, we went from like 1 team to like a dozen teams. How does this happen? And suddenly we're winning title after title after title. And then it's like, okay, oh, by the way, we've had a call from Razer. They want to come and sponsor us. Again, which is great, because now we have enough finances and enough backing and support from people who are passionate about games for us to go and allow our teams to go off and play stuff and be able to support things like CGBC. So currently we've had the opportunity to represent Australia 4 times overseas, 3 times at the World Cyber Games. That's us at World Cyber Games last year. This was us on Saturday playing in ACL, and the guys at Razer have just been so supportive because we've now been able to keep teams on, be able to send them overseas, support them as they go into competitions, because who doesn't like paying registration fees to go play competitively? You don't want to. You want to get people supporting you so you can go and play those events. And we're able to do that. So why I love Razer. They let me game, and it's so much fun, and be able to do things like this. And my first experience with Razer was buying a Death Adder, because the people told me, buy a Death Adder, it'll be good. And then I got given a keyboard and a mouse pad. I'm like, ooh, I don't need to pay for any of this. I'm just getting it for your sponsors. This is great. I'm so glad I've got someone who supports me. Really, it's each to their own. If you like Logitech, you play with Logitech. I like the nice curvature of a Razer mouse. And I like the on-the-fly sensitivity that I can use when I play. Because when I'm working in Photoshop and actually doing my job, those key features that I have in a Razer mouse with things like the sensitivity and it being very comfortable to be used and very accurate, I can use that in my art and my illustrations the same way that I can use it in gaming. And I found that I started gaming better to the point where people kept accusing me of hacking. I mean, come on, really? No, I just have better peripherals than you. I just have a better computer, and I've been playing for years. Come on. What do you... yeah, just random rant. So that's me. That's my story of how I got into gaming. It's a crazy story. I went from being someone who knew nothing about what they wanted to do, to having this awesome job where I get to make films. I don't know if you've heard of it, Conquering California. You would have seen it last year. Days away from being released. I'm so excited. It's just people keep giving us a runaround. Corporations. And yeah, so that's me. If you want to ask any questions, you can find the Razer guys and myself out the back. And yeah, that's been me on my presentation. Awesome.